Well, today we are going to be looking at some of the Blackfire range of products from Prologic.
Now, we've been using this on our current session. We've been here for 24 hours. I've been using this setup in front of me, and you've been using that one, and they're very nice bits of kit, to be honest. Yeah, they are. They definitely look the part. It's unusual to have a nice matte black kettle, and they're definitely a higher end kind of range of cookware. So, like I say, you've got the matte black, you've got nice kind of etched logo, or not logos, designs, I guess. I'm guessing it's laser etched as well, because it's all uniform. It's not like it's that handcrafted look that we've been getting to see in the last few years on kettles and things, but it's all laser etched, so it's all perfectly done. Everything matches.
Exactly. Yeah, you've got the nice paracords on both the kettle handle and the mugs as well. The mugs, I don't know if they're actually classed as thermal mugs, but they do keep your drink very warm for a very long time. So they don't have a lid, but it's October now, and it's probably keeping a cup of tea warm for about an hour. Easily, yeah. Well, with no lid. My burnt tongue is testament to this yesterday because I drank it as if I would a ceramic mug, and it scalded my mouth really hot still. Good 10-15 minutes into having it done. It did, yeah. But the nice thing is they don't get hot on the outside. No. So it stays really hot on the inside, but then you can touch it on the outside and it's almost cold because of the air temperature. So there must be some sort of magic that happens between the two layers. Looking at the shape of them, there's sort of it goes down then out on the inside. So I'm guessing there's like a thermal pocket on the inside which keeps it warm but doesn't waste energy or heat out the outside of the mug. So if you like a nice warm mug, this probably isn't the one for you because it's not one to hold that'll keep your hands warm, but you don't really want a metal mug losing all of its heat through the outside and burning your hands. But even if it was to do that, you've got the nice paracord grip handle as well. Yeah, you have. And to be honest, I'm not a big fan of metal mugs because or metal like thermos flask or anything like that, because I feel with tea especially, it gives a weird sort of taste to it. But I haven't found that with these ones. So yeah, we've had copious amounts of tea and coffee because the session itself has been quite quiet. So we've given them a really good test, and yeah, I can't speak highly enough of the mugs. Yeah. And the stoves. Yeah, so if we go from my left to right, so your right to left, with the stove I've got, this is the C series stove, so it's nice and small, packed down. It goes down into this little bag, folds down really small, as you can see, all the legs fold in like so. So it's a really stripped back, basic type stove, but don't let that fool you. It's still got a lot of oomph to it. We'll do a little test in a minute. We've got exactly the same amount of water in each of these mugs. We'll boil, we'll mope up, just to show you how they go. But it doesn't have a little igniter on it, so it is really stripped back. It folds down into this bag. So if you like a little lightweight brew kit, then this is probably the one you'll go for. And I've also got the smaller of the two kettles we've got with us, which I'm not sure of the exact capacity, but easily does 2 mugs, maybe a bit more in this one. But moving over to your kettle, yeah, so as you can see, I've got a bit of a beast. So this is going to do 3 or 4 mugs. So if you're having a bit of a social, then this kettle's ideal. Or if you want to make a big cafetiere of coffee or something like that, then this will boil all the water in one go. And that one is 1.9. I believe it's 1.9 litres. So it's pretty substantial when it comes to boiling water. So moving that aside, the stove I've got here is the 𝘃𝗶𝗶𝗀 stove. So slightly different to the one Joe's got, slightly bigger, but it still packs down really small. So these legs all fold into itself. So still a small pack down size. I believe it's slightly more powerful than the C series stove. I think it's 200 or 300 watts more powerful. And it's also got your little igniter on the side as well. So it's a bit more of an all-rounded stove instead of a stripped back, lightweight as possible stove. But yeah, overall during this session we have been using them to cook on, not only make tea, and yeah, cooking on them has been fine really. We've both been using kind of Ridge Monkeys, haven't we, which are fairly big size pans, and it doesn't matter what stove it is, they're both doing the job that they need to do. Exactly. So before we move on to the back kettle, should we put the water into these kettles? Let's give it a little test. Now, on paper, that one should boil slightly before, but obviously different size kettles might be different. And also, it's worth noting these kettles do have the, I'm guessing, sign of heat baffles. There's probably some scientific reason why it's got that, to trap the heat in there. I think it's meant to heat quicker. But yeah, this is definitely not a scientific test. So what are we doing? Are we taking... Well, you can hear straight away the strength of that. So you're going to have to put up with the rest of the video. Ready? Oh, sorry. What are we doing? Are we going on? I mean, how are we even testing this? Just to see which one boils first. Okay, so we're not timing it or anything? No, this is just more full whack? I'm full whack, yeah. So are you. No, I am. So if you put up with that hissing noise from both the stoves, I'll let you move on to the next. So the last thing to look at is the Blackfire dining set. So as you can see, it's in a little carry bag. Open it up, and inside you've got a plate with a similar kind of etching to what's on the kettle. You can actually just about feel it. So I'm not sure quite how they are etched into it. But then you've also got a 4-piece cutlery set, which is, I'm guessing, like a
titanium. Maybe it's quite light.
It might be titanium. It's light, but it's really strong, and it's there's no flex in that at all. So you've got knife, fork, spoon, and of course teaspoon. Again, all with the matching little logos, and then Prologic down one side. So I'm not sure if you heard any of that with these stoves going.
How unprofessional of us having 2 stoves going whilst talking about things, but they boil at the same time.
Yeah.
But bigger kettle, bigger stove, smaller stove, smaller kettle, and they boiled at the same time. That doesn't really mean much, but as you can see, they boil very quickly. If you want to brew quickly, that was what, a minute and a half?
Yeah, probably, yeah, which is pretty good going, isn't it? Because they're not small mugs either. They're quite big mugs for capacity. Again, we should probably know the actual specs of that, but we don't. So I guess the last thing to move on to is prices, really. So
yeah, nice and easy for me, because the stove and the kettle are exactly the same price, coming in at £35 each, and the mugs come in at £20.
Yep, so moving on to this one, obviously the bigger kettle, that comes in at £40, the bigger stove comes in at £50, and then the cookware set is around just under £30. I think it's about £28.99, so pretty good value, I think, considering that these are definitely high-end products.
Yeah.
Once you actually get them in your hands and you see them, you see the coatings, you see all the little extras, you can tell them apart from your generic kettle or stove.
And if you're clumsy on the bank, there's no way you're going to break. Sorry, everyone else. There's no way you're going to break one of these as well. So that's another plus point of having a metal mug on the bank rather than ceramic.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to find out any more information or any more of the Blackfire range, because I believe there are pots and pans and bits as well, then head over to the Prologic website. But for any more videos like this, carry on watching, and I have no idea how they're framed, but somewhere around here.
Put them here, because I'm going to go get the tea bags.
Yeah, videos will be popping up, so you can continue watching our product videos or watching me and Joe blank. Thanks for watching.
Tetley.
Oh, if I have
to. Are you having coffee?
Oh, I might have a coffee.
Oh.
These fit AeroPresses.